Hey, what's good, loves? Hopefully, you guys could hear me a lot better. Been trying to play around with the mic. So let's get straight into it. Spirit, what do we have for the collective reading? What does the collective need to know to bring them clarity, confirmation, validation? Okay, so we have family, and then it says, I pray for my family and give this situation over to God for answer, support, and healing. And then there's be strong. I pull myself up to do what needs to be done. And then honesty. I am in touch with my true feelings regarding this situation. Okay, so what I'm getting um, right off the right off the bat here, collective, is that someone or one of you, whoever's watching collective, forgiveness. Yeah, exactly. What I was just gonna say, someone needs to forgive a situation. There's some sort of family secret that's coming out. There's some sort of moment where you're gonna have to be strong for the family. What I'm picking up is that this is going to be something that might cause a separation in the family, or it might cause the family to be broken and or divided. That's the word I'm looking for. It's going to cause the family to be divided once this honesty comes out. And it'll be best to speak your feelings regarding this matter and then letting it go and dropping it. As soon as your feelings are spoken, you've addressed it, allowing yourself to walk away and to heal from it. Walk away, do what and continue your life. Be strong. Do what needs to be done. Still show up for yourself. Still show up for the people that are around you. Still show up for those that that you could trust. This could even be, say, like a divorce that's coming in, right? This could be like finding out that your parent. I'm getting a ringing in my left ear, so that could be significant. But this could even I wanted to shake the bell for some reason. um, Maybe clearing your energy, right? Smudging could be very beneficial for you. This could even be regarding someone's ashes, and there could be some sort of dispute within the family that one family member wants to keep the ashes, and then the other family want, like, say, like they're siblings, and the sister wants to keep the ashes, and then the other sister wants to keep the ashes, so there's going to be an argument or a divide or a separation. Now, I'm not getting something like so heavy regarding, it could even be a divorce, right? But um when you're of a certain age, if you're in your teens, like late teens, 18, 19, early 20s, and your parents are getting divorced, it's unfortunate, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, it's between your parents, it's between your mother, and it's between your father. And I don't see why it would be so detrimental, especially at that age when you're a young adult yourself, understanding that it has nothing to do with you, unless it does, right? Unless, not all families. And I just had this conversation with my hairstylist yesterday. Not all families have that connection. Not all families have each other's back. Not all families are blessed to get along and have these strong bonds, right? Some families, many families actually, are the ones that you can't count on. The ones that don't have your back are the ones that are causing your demise. Anyways, I digressed. So there could be some sort of dispute regarding ashes. That's what I'm picking up on. And this passed over loved one is asking for forgiveness, because it says, I am willing to release old resentments so that I may enjoy my life. This could even be some sort of will I'm picking up on, okay? That maybe you didn't get what you wanted to get, or you didn't receive what you wanted to receive, or whatever the situation is, but there's some sort of resentment around it. It's best just to let it go. This is very specific. When I bring out these cards, it's like a very specific message and very deep message as well. And just understand that the person who has crossed over also forgives you. I forgive you. I love you. Forgive me. I'm sorry. And I think that's like the Hopo Ono prayer, right? So it's learning to let go. Maybe something that you were disputing while they were alive, and it's time for healing, and it's time to move on. What's done is done. What can't be changed can't be changed, and we have to learn to accept that. Let's clarify family spirit for the collective, for this message, for whoever this is resonating for. Yeah, transition. Someone's passed over or is about to pass over. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I also feel like this could even be, yeah, someone is going to be passing in the winter. I'm so sorry. And you already know this is someone who may be sick or who has been sick for quite some time. But I don't feel like it's going to come as a surprise, but there is going to be some sort of dispute after the fact when this person passes. Because it says, I'm sorry, did I show you the card? It says winter, and then reflection, transition, and release. Snowflake, something about a snowflake. They could have called you Snowflake. You could have a white cat. That could be significant. What do we have for be strong for the collective? What do they need to be strong? Yeah, mother, healing, alchemy. And that's just it. 7:17 on the clock. So someone's mother may be passing. This could even be a grandmother. This could be an aunt, right? Someone who is a mother figure, a sister, even. Or so this is someone who has like recently passed, depending where you are in the world. In the southern hemisphere, it's winter, right? So someone could have just passed and they want their ashes scattered. And that could be the dispute. Wow, this is very specific. They want their ashes scattered in some sort of waterfall, near some sort of waterfall or some sort of place of water where they may have left it or said it and spoke it before passing. And they may have even left a child, if this is like a younger mother or a young mother. What do we have for honesty for the collective? Because it says mother, healing, alchemy, and then honesty, psychic abilities, behavior patterns. Maybe this person, oh, I see. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to say. Maybe this person you would have, maybe they passed because they had some sort of addiction. They had some sort of habit. Or what I'm getting, this is a mother that is passing because they were doing psychic attacks, because it says psychic abilities and amethyst. So they were deceiving you in some way, shape, or form. And this is either a spiritual death or an actual death, because it says transition. So they're transitioning. And for me, it's like crossing over. So someone's health could be someone's mother's health. And again, it could be a mother figure, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be your mother. It could be an aunt, it could be a sibling, it could even be a friend who's a mother. And it's asking you to make peace with this situation, to get honest, because maybe you're a psychic. Okay, this is very specific. You could be a psychic, or this person was using your psychic gifts against you or trying to attack your psychic gifts, because it says I am in touch with my true feelings regarding the situation, and amethyst came under it. and its psychic abilities, behavior patterns. So this is like an attack on a chosen one, on a starseed, on a light worker. And then underneath this deck, it says summer, taking action, fruition, intellect. So there's some sort of action that you needed to take. Well, in the Northern Hemisphere, we're just at the end of summer, right? We're moving into fall. And in the Southern Hemisphere, we're in winter, moving into summer. So it depends where you are. But intellect is what I'm getting is something is going to come to light, there's going to be a vital piece of information, and you're going to have to pull yourself up and do what needs to be done. Hmm. Let's see. Because like here, alchemy and be strong, do what needs to be done. You had to heal from this situation after this person transitioned. But understanding that when we pass, we transition. We're no longer in the physical, but we transition into another state of being, because everything is energy and we are energy. And that's just science. That's just science, my love. That's just science. Right? That's why they say there's a fine line between science and spirituality, because everything is energy. The spirit is energy. The masculine is positive energy, right? And the female is the negative, right? So if you have the positive, so you think of the plus sign, and then you have the negative, the positive goes into the negative. Even when you're an electrician, right? Let's just say there's a positive, which is the piece that sticks out, and the negative, which is the piece that um, has an opening, right? Just to put it. Let's see. What else do I have for the collective? What's with this family in winter? What messages do we need to know for the collective regarding family, this transition, this release? We have black, undercover, quick exit, cheater, runner, dangerous activity, leave. So this could be sudden, or this could have been some sort of situation where, no, I don't want these cards, because this is giving me different energy now. I want to confirm this reading and stick with this reading. Let's see. Give me these cards. Because what I'm getting is that there could have been some sort of mother figure, family. This could even be a mother-in-law that took action regarding your psychic abilities. But what you are finding out is that they could have had some sort of addiction, like prescribed pills, drinking, um, like even just eating poorly is an addiction. Like there's so many addictions: addiction to sugar, addiction to gossip, addiction to trying to manipulate, trying to interfere, like if it's the last thing I'll do kind of energy, right? That just didn't want to see you move on and release the resentments, and was trying to hold you back and keep you imprisoned in the past, because it says forgiveness, I'm willing to release old resentments. So they wanted, like, this mother was holding on to resentments, or she resented your psychic gifts and psychic abilities. But there is some sort of passing, because what people don't understand is there are some people in this world, regardless of who they are, brother, sister, daughter, son, that come in for a divine purpose. And when people try to interfere with that, right, the devil will use those closest to you, and God will always bring strangers. That's how it works, right? And try to interfere with that. Sometimes, The consequences are transitioning. Well, to put it lightly, let's confirm family. I pray for family and give this situation support over to God for answers and support and healing. Oh, wow, that just popped up. So this came out in the reverse, but it landed in my chest, in my hands. You didn't see it, but it kind of landed upside down in my heart. So it's like you weren't open to the messages, or they're trying to block your heart chakra. And this was your family collective that was trying to do this, that was trying to support, or it's like you could come from a very religious family and just say you do tarot and they don't understand that you're doing tarot. They could have called you the devil. They could have said, oh, you're the devil, you were sinning, you're a sinner, and they could have really been on you for it. Something like that, just as an example. You don't necessarily have to do tarot, but you could do something that steps out of the tradition, steps out of the norm of your family, because it says honesty. And then under that is the amethyst. So being honest with your psychic gifts, your clairvoyancy, in tune with my feelings regarding the situation. You could even be clairsentient, where you have strong feelings. Be strong, and you do what needs to be done, because you have to rise to the occasion and step into your gifts to be of service for humanity. And sometimes that means stepping away from your family. Be strong. And then we have the strength. Wow, you can't make this up. Wow. Leo energy could be significant. You could be a Leo. This mother could be a Leo. Again, with that white cat. Hmm. Having the courage to do what needs to be done to show up for yourself. Clarify honesty. And sometimes it's not always easy to do what what you feel is right, because you are separating and stepping away from family, from friends, but it's not their path to walk. Nine of Pentacles, this is something that you're meant to walk alone. You need to be honest with yourself, because this is going to bring you into your abundance. This is going to bring you into your independence collective. You need to trust yourself. Ooh, chills, confirmation. Trust your psychic gifts, trust your psychic abilities. Your behavior patterns of self doubt needs to be released, and you need to do reflection. There's some sort of reflection, introspection that needs to be done, so you could take action accordingly, so this could come to fruition for you, whatever this is, whatever your gifts are. But your however you express your psychic gifts, it's time. I don't know what you're waiting for. It's time, my love. And it's not easy. you know I'm here wearing a headset. Like, I have my setup so I can't hear any distractions in the back, because believe you me, there was a time where there's constant interference and constant um being bullied because of my tarot channel. There was like so much fucking jealousy. I don't even know half of these people, and I ended up realizing who all these people were. It was crazy. When I started this channel, like, people were like flipping me off and giving me the finger, and I was like, what the fuck? It was so wild, so wild. But you go through things because it's your light that irritates them. And just have forgiveness, release old resentment, so you could learn to enjoy your life. Or you're just going to be a prisoner of the past. What do we have for winter? Clarify, reflection, release. The sun. Seeing things clearly now, understanding why certain things had to happen, releasing the past, releasing the resentments. What more? Leo energy. Enlightenment. This is the sun. You're a light worker. You're here to spread light. When you walk into the room, you melt the coldness. When you walk into a situation, when you meet somebody, you are the sun in the family. You are the sun in the family. You are the enlightened one in the family. You are the light worker in the family. Maybe you weren't trusting yourself because there was someone that was like a little birdie always talking and whispering in your ear. They could have been doing some sort of incantation, I'm getting, and always whispering in their ear and repeating something over and over and over while around you, but saying it like in their head over and over and over and over. What do we have for ladies' mantle, mother, healing, alchemy? That's why doing some sort of spiritual cleanse will be really beneficial for you. You could have really long hair. That could be significant. You could have like long dreads, long locks. I'm getting beautiful. When I was young, I always wanted, how like I grew up in the I was born in the early 80s. So like in the 70s, um, uh, I don't want to say black people, but African people, or Afro Zen people always had their afros, but then they had those little poofs on the side, like pigtails, but they were poofs. I always wanted my hair like that. And I always thought it was so cute. A little side message there. Let's clarify Ladies Mantle. I'm going to read Ladies Mantle as well because I feel like there's something in it. Six of Cups. Yeah. So this is something regarding childhood. This mother could have been attacking you since childhood. They knew, wow, there's a lot of readings like this going around. They knew who you were, and they could have been doing some sort of interference, like alchemy. They could have tried to take away this gift because they knew that you were a healer, that you were a light worker from since you were a child, from the ages of 6, or when you were 6 years old. Something significant happened, but maybe you don't remember, and that's the news that's going to come out. Soul retrieval, I'm getting. Something could have happened where you could have transitioned, and there could have been some sort of soul retrieval. Like, I have a book, and it says, I can't remember what it's called. I read it so long ago. And it says, what kind of star seed? 2222, 2222 on the clock. When I look up, what kind of star seed are you? Or what kind of soul are you? And then, like, it explains. I'm going to try to find it. Jeez. I wouldn't even know where to begin. It might be in storage. Um, but it says there's walk ins, right? Like something could really happen to you when you're a child. Something could really happen to you. Something detrimental could happen to you. Something really bad, like a traumatic experience could happen to you. And then your soul gets retrieved and it transitions, but there's another walk in, another soul that comes in. And that's the alchemy. What do we have for amethyst? Justice, the Eight of Cups. Yeah, when you walk away, you receive your justice. Libra energy, strong Libra energy, strong Leo and Libra energy. We even have summer here to confirm Leo. And then underneath the deck, we have the moon. This is, yeah, behavior patterns, subconscious behavior patterns. Your subconscious behavior patterns. So this is like your feminine energy needing to heal your behavior patterns, needing to heal how you thought and how you saw this situation. And once you learn to walk away, you're going to be standing in your Nine of Pentacles because you're being honest with yourself, and you're standing when you walk away and really accept your gifts. You are accepting the divine, and the scales are going to be in your favor. Some sort of justice. This is karma. This is like psychic abilities, and justice is your divine purpose, is your soul's blueprint. You came here. Walk away from anything that no longer serves you, behavior patterns, negative thinking, people that don't support you, people that make you feel a certain way. Be honest with your feelings, let go of old resentments, take action, because your fruition is going to be the Nine of Pentacles. This is something that you didn't see coming, but it's going to be the ending of one world and the beginning. Look at all this major arcana, but the beginning of a new one. Look at that underneath the deck, the Chariot, the moon, Piscean energy, okay? The world, the fixed signs, Aquarius, Taurus, more Leo, and Scorpio. The Chariot with Cancer, and then Temperance, Sagittarian energy. Tempering, that's the alchemy. And then the Emperor, stepping into your boss, stepping into your truth, a position of authority. And that's what they try to stop you from moving on, from ending one world and moving on to a new one. I hope this has brought you some sort of clarity, confirmation, and validation to whatever it is that you're going through. And may you be blessed wherever the day finds you. Much love.